Hello everyone. So in this video, we're going to focus on more things I need to do in an interview, which is like, I have a queue data structure and in it, and these APIs, I want to now focus on push and pop. Let's do a little bit of test-driven development. You will impress your interviewer if you actually develop tests for your APIs first. So I have tests for queue and init already. So let's go ahead and develop tests for queue push. So queue push needs your queue data structure and a value that you want to push. So something like that. Okay. I need to iterate on my API and I need to say, a value that I want to push. So let's copy and paste this push and pop APIs. And return false. I will come back to this code in a little bit. Can I compile so far? Okay. So let's develop tests for queue push first. So if it's 3 integers that the queue can use, so I should be able to push 3 integers. Right? And on the 4th one, it will fail because you only have space for 3 integers. So if my push is working correctly, that should be it. You can also assert the queue size, but let's get back to that later, little by little. Can I even make it this far so far? Is after 3 values being pushed, because I only provide space for 3, does it start failing after? So test-driven development says that, run it. And in this case, it's saying, hey, you have a problem on line number 17, right? So this assertion is not working out for you. So let's go ahead and, see if we can make it past that assertion. Okay. So in the queue push API, I need a way to push things, and you got to iterate on your code and data structures, right? So I need some way to check if, not full. And then I want to be able to add this value here, right? Something like that. And maybe bool is success is false. And then return is success here. And then success changes to true here. So this is skeleton of the code, right? So in interviews, you should practice, something like this, that, okay, I want to check if full and then get back to the full later. So this is something I need to develop, sure, but I also need to figure out what index value I need to go in. So it's time to iterate and say that I also need some kind of a read index. Okay, or write index, sorry. And I also need some kind of a current size. Okay, so I need to somehow use this write index and write the value here. This is going to start off with 0, and I also need to then increment it. So you write index equals to, well, generally you want to do and modulo this with max size. So this might work. Let's see. It depends on my test. My test will prove this. So I think let's iterate on this logic. So I'm saving the current value on the current write index. I'm incrementing the write index and rolling it back to 0. Now I just need to figure out the full. I will do a full right here as a static, a little bit of hacky code, but we can improve this once I get back to this. So what does it mean it's full? I think it's full when current size is greater than or equals to the max size. Because you separated out this function, you can unit test this function, separately also. So let's see if my test made it that far. Let's solve this compiler error first. And notice I'm not doing any error checks like null pointer check here, null pointer checks there. I can add those checks later. So I still have an abort on line number 17. So let's see what's failing. Do you expect this to be true? I do expect that to be true. So what may be the problem? If it's not full, so I think what may be the problem is I didn't initialize the members correctly. So current size should be 0. Probably that is an issue. Let's see. Let's run the program again. So now we have line number 20. So now line number 20 is failing. It's not filling up when you expect after 3 integers. So let's see if you guys can spot the bug with me together. So I think the question should be mainly around is full. Is the is full really working? So let's pause here actually to break it up into another video, because what we have covered so far is, this is great. I have tests for Q push. I know where it's failing, and I have a theory of where it might be, but let's pause here for the sake of, creating short videos and revisit in a subsequent videos.